Did you see where that guy in Florida got kidnapped by 4 freaking dolphins? Basically, what happened was he was walking out into the water, and whenever 4 dolphins surrounded him and pretty much like pushed him out into the ocean. Like, he said he went far enough out that nobody could even see him. Then they took him down into the water. Now, this gets kind of wild because the investigators asked him, they was like, well, how the fuck did you breathe? He was like, well, they had some sort of oxygen system down there, but basically what they were doing was forcing me to build this weird big ass like complex out of coral reef. I guess, dolphins ain't got no thumbs, and maybe this is the reason we're not allowed to talk to dolphins. Anyways, they pretty much used him for what they needed to, and they drug him back to the beach and released him. Now, I know that this sounds completely out there. However, they did some tests on this guy, and apparently he had some sort of coral fragments in his lungs where he had to literally inhale the water. So how that worked out, I do not know. But what gets even more wild is he drew the entire complex in the freaking sand whenever the cops come up to him and like arrested his ass for saying all kinds of like crazy. They thought he was nuts. But the police officer said that there was these extremely detailed drawings in the sand of like some sort of 2-story complex. It looked almost like a futuristic underwater, like what you would think an underground complex would look like. Like all these big fancy domes made out of coral reef. It was freaking wild. But they ended up arresting him, taking him to get some sort of like psych evaluation where they cleared him and sent him back on his way. However, the cops were like, I just don't understand how he drew such detailed freaking things in the sand in such a short amount of time. But what really blows my mind is people actually fact check this. Somebody called the police department to fact check this, and the police officers were like, yeah, we don't even have somebody there in the department name this. I don't know what you're talking about, nor have we had any sort of like arrest or anything in that area for anything close to this, and we have no clue what anybody's talking about. It was just some story somebody made up on the internet, obviously. And I thought it was really interesting because I also like started fact checking it and stuff because I'm also that guy, because it is illegal to talk to dolphins, and there's got to be a reason why, and I believe that some way or another that they're actually aliens or something like that. I don't know, but anyways, I thought it was interesting. However, it was unfortunately completely debunked, so I'm just saying. So if you want to follow me, and I know if something's debunked, I'll tell you about it, because I'm cool if you want to follow me. Like, okay, bye.